on this episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak.
捨てた過去のこと、そこはお主もどうかわきまえてもらいたい。我が不肖の元弟子、ヴァンよ。
I get it now. You're the guy that Direwolf and Ren warned us about. You're part of Ouroboros then. And one of their highest ranking members at that. Oh shit, so that's who they are. Oh boy, they're Anguis.
アンギス第4中エルロイ・ハウッドってもんだ。
Ooh, I remember that. There's Gaius. There's the professor from Thor's. There's Wazi. There's Kevin. There's the girl and boy that we met recently, and I don't know the lady in the background. Hello everybody, welcome back to the episode of Trails Through Daybreak. In the last part, we headed out to take on a couple big old monsters, did some connection events with Hermes and Judith. Then we went to the sewers to figure out, to take on a monster extermination request sent by old Spectacles. And we ran into Elaine, who was acting very reckless, and that was something. Yeah, so that ended up going nowhere. We did save her though. Now we're on the search for Marielle, so we need to find her. She's probably getting herself into trouble around here. Did you hear that? Yeah, I knew it. Huh. You were the one who started piling on those questions. Nothing in life comes free, young lady. Now I get to enjoy our rightful reward. Come on. Someone needs to go back to Sunday school, because that shirt doesn't sound like the definition of a rightful me. Who the hell are you guys? Arkwright Solutions. Surely was down here. Are those really Jaegers? I don't think so. That get up looks familiar though. I think their name is Bugbear. Ah, them. Their threat level C. Their threat level is a mere C-. Hey, you looking for a fight, lady? Man, this sucks. We're gonna take advantage of the mess Amana's made to finally get our name out there. But all the state of the emergency crap has got us stuck where we are, and it's pissing me off. Wow, what a bunch of losers. No wonder they're called Jaeger dropouts. I'm sure they've seen to find enough combat to have it be a problem, though. Huh. I just realized they've got some real lookers with them, too. Guess we'll get to have some fun after we show them who's boss. Oh, so dumb. Time to take them down. Oh boy. Alright. There's some of that. Come to the circle. Right on time. Ah, you can't kill her. She's unkillable. We need to stop her fucking cast though. How fucking rude. Oh no, it didn't. Ha! You ain't stopping nothing. I didn't realize she was such a low health. No, that was just pathetic. I thought that was close to D or D-, it would seem. Damn it! These guys are just a bunch of rookies. Fine, have it your way. Reinforcements coming in. Doggies? Of course they have military buffs at the beck and call. It's not gonna be easy fighting off all this men while defending her. Looks like the tables have turned, huh? Figures though, these days Calvar's full of wusses who are so used to peace they forgot how to fight. I bet hey, we'll just roll over too. Maybe we should just try getting ourselves higher than the new big boys in town. What? How can you suggest that? Do you even understand what you're saying?
Oh, 大したことがないか。
Oh, speaking of which. Wait. Gene? What just happened?
たわいないの。両兵風のいでたちも飾りか。
Those are Harry Zhang Zhao. I've heard rumors, but never seen him in person. Their strength is supposed to be comparable to hers. Don't be scared, we still have an upper hand in numbers. Yeah, deploy all the military monsters.
いやいや、我らはあくまでついでじゃよ。
What? Oh, who's this man here? How?
やれやれ。クンフーが足らんな。
Isn't that guy we passed on the way to Long Lai? Oh, the one that giant HWS bite.
すまぬな、やりすぎてしまったか。これでも加減はしたのだが。おとなしくしていればそれでよい。それで、お主らはどうするつもりだ。
Excuse us, sir. We're leaving now. Can't top real life for the best visual effects, huh? You sent both man and monster flying through the air.
さすがは獅子殿だ。現役の時よりみなぎってはおらぬか。捨てたなゆえお忘れいただきたい。あない感謝する義援老。なんの我らの仕切りのついででもある。それにこうなった以上貴殿にはもろもろ頼らざるを得ぬからの。それは久しいなアーロン。解決屋の面々も到着してすぐとは思わなんだぞ。
I can't believe two old cars rolled up right and hogged all the limelight. What are you doing here?
方針が定まったのでな。こたびの一件、兵ゆえとしてどう動くかが。
See, preparations are complete then.
しかり、すでに霧は晴れ、我らも過不足ない手を揃えた。決するまでの間、この国防外は我らの仕切りとさせてもらう。最高権力府との約定によりな。
Then the president signed off on this. What do you mean by the mists had cleared?
主らがどう動くか、その御仁の話を聞いて決めるがよい。ではな、アーロン。また連絡する。
Hey! Man, didn't think he'd come all the way to this way in person. Fon's probably still lame for it, but now I really want to know what the pieces he mentioned referred to. Are you alright, Von?
こういう人だったぜ。常識人に見えてやることなすことあまりにぶっ飛んでるっつうか。そりゃ若い頃に正体不明の S 級危険物を持ち帰るわけだよな。
はは、また懐かしい話を。されどあくまで捨てた過去のこと。
そこはお主もどうかわきまえてもらいたい。我が不肖の元弟子バンよ。
バンさんの師匠、いや先生。
でもその方って確か。
言いたいことは星の数ほどあるが、まずこれだけは突っ込ませてください。どうして3年前に死んだはずのあんたが生きてるんですか、バルクホルン先生。
Oh boy. Regards, Zaman.
ベルガルド・ゼーマン。今はそう名乗らせてもらっている。なかなか面白い若者たちが集まっているようだな。
Not as interesting as a dead man who's back from the grave. Mind sharing how you managed that?
そうすねるでない。これにはいろいろと事情があってな。だがあれから5年か。あの若輩者がすっかり見違えたものだ。先ほどの娘への気遣いといい、己の流儀を貫き通していると見える。
Please, I didn't do anything. I just echoed the words of a much wiser man. Is my man being bashful? Your thoughts today? It's certainly a rare sight. It's rather cute, to be honest. Oh, shove it! Well, you did a good job putting Mary at ease. Yes, I think he helped her regain some of her old spirit.
ご迷惑かけてすみませんでした。私、本当にダメですね。勝手に突っ走って周りが見えなくなって。リンゴさんにもずっと言われてたことなのに。
Marielle.
無茶をするなとは言わねえ。それも記者の本文なんだろうしな。だがリンゴの言葉を思い出せ。今自分にできることは何なのか、それと自分がやりたいことは何なのか。そこのギャップにこそ前に進むためのヒントがあるってな。
You used to tell me that a lot back when we first met. As long as you don't stop thinking, there's gonna be a way to bridge that gap. You just gotta find it. We're working on this last request right now. We won't be able to do it alone, but we're planning to make up for our shortcomings with help from others. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if that brought us to you before long. We'll need help from more than shady folks. So keep your head high, and let's all do the jobs we're best for. If nothing else, then to prove his words right.
はい、どこまでできるかわかりませんが、自分のできること、やりたいことをちゃんと整理して前に進んでみせます。
Those words are quite touching, very befitting of you and of Mr. Brad. Yeah, they resonate deeply with me as well. Thinking about the gap between what I can do and what I want to do is an interesting thought experiment, if nothing else. Huh. Can we please move on from this topic? Oh, yeah, I should let my employers introduce themselves. Agnes, you go first. Gladly. My name is... Wow, that's quite a history. Honestly, I had trouble keeping up with it all. So you're among the 12 knights who led the church's Gralsrider. I've heard much about your various exploits, Roaring Lion. It's a famous name in a lot of circles, so it's not surprising. We all are.
繰り返すが、過去の話。できればそのつもりで頼みたい。
Now I know why you passed on the way. Well, now I know why we passed you on the way to Long Life. So you arranged our invitation there. I'm guessing a few others played a part in that as well. Namely, Professor Hamilton, Haley's future elder, the Crown Prince of Osame, and former President Roxman. Am I correct?
サルマン公王にギエン殿も含め共通の知人同士でもあったのでな。ロックスミス殿の意向もあったが、 この状況でお主らが彼と知り合う意義は大きいと思った。その矢先に事件が起きたのは忸怩たる思いだが。
Hey, it's not like you could have seen that one coming. Even if we hadn't been in a long line, we would have been powerless to stop it regardless. Yeah, the only one who could have foretold that would be the goddess herself. Anyway, I knew you'd gone off to the Empire after you finished training me 5 years ago. Then I heard you bit the dust during a border dispute with Nord. They said you laid down your life protecting one of your students. But here you are, alive and well. You cheated death and carried on living, just without the title and mark. Won't probably know what you've been up to doing all these years, but can you at least tell me why you never contacted me?
お主だけでない。弟子たちすべてにだ。それに、こんな状況でもなければ名乗り出るつもりもなかったのでな。各々の成長のため、そして私の生存をいざという時の切り札とするためにも。
Ah. Guessing you figured I was trying to play that card then. To help us with this crisis.
アルマータなるマフィア、そして庭園なる暗殺組織だが、数刻前全員の居場所が判明した。
What? Where?
クレイを滅ぼした首領に幹部たち、そして管理人なる魔人ども、すべてがとある都市を新たな本拠に集まっているようだ。そして現在その情報はあらゆる勢力に明かされている。
Wait, all of them? Guess that means the army, the police, and the guild are all in the know. I assume Haley and the other Jaeger Corps are also aware of this new base.
今まさにそれぞれの流儀で動き出しているところであろう。そして今回この国の最高権力者は完全に割り切ったようだ。蛇の道は蛇、いや毒をもって毒を制すると。
So that's what Dean was talking about earlier. I'm sure many Jaeger Corps will be all over this, my people included. Marduk and Shield will be making the move as well. You can't be serious! All these groups are going to flood the city at once? So where do you stand in all this, Master? By the sounds of it, these people are going to try to capture Armada alive, or go after their heads. Some might even be aiming to get their grubby little hands on those nuclear devices. That would be really bad. Granted, I don't know how likely that is. Just having one of those things would be public enemy number one. It isn't a stretch, though. There's plenty of historical precedent for groups using artifacts as weapons. So, given the stakes, what are you planning to do?
すでに死んだ身。古巣が動くとしても関与はせぬつもりだ。だが九死に一生を得た以上、せめて和コードの明日のために力を貸したいと思っている。それにこれより訪れる客人どもに少々睨みを利かせる必要があろうからな。
Uh-oh. What? Hey, we're busy in here. Afraid you'll have to come back another day.
そいつは困ったな。依頼ついでにルポライターの形見を持ってきてやったんだが。
Fine, get in here.
おう、邪魔するぜ。
ごめんやす。
I recognize you too. It's a shade due from that nightclub in Tharbad. I also met you in Long Lie. Oh, so that's where we saw her.
あら、バレてもた？
よう、裏解決や。こうしてまとっと。そっちのじいさんは？
あ
らまあどうなっとるん？とっくに亡くならはったって聞いたけど。
Granted life once more. And I don't need to tell you the reason why, because you already know.
そんなに邪険にすんなよ。何度か楽しくやり合った仲だろう。両兵どもよろしく。昨日の敵は今日の友と行こうぜ。
I'm afraid I'll have to decline. Had the Azure Abyss or the late Steel Maiden made the suggestion, I would have entertained the thought. Not for you though. Never in a million years.
それはそうやね。ダンさんの場合、完全に自業自得やけど。
レティてめえ。ま、確かに俺もそう思うわ。
I get it now. You're the guy that Direwolf and Ren warned us about. You're part of Ouroboros then. And one of their highest ranking members at that. Oh shit, so that's who they are. Oh boy, they're Anglus.
アンギス第4中、エルロイハウトってもんだ。破壊って呼ばれる方が多いがな。
執行者ナンバー3、ルクレツィア・イスレドスへ。よろしゅうな、裏解決屋のお兄はんたち。
Hey, put that away. This is a smoke-free building.
そうだったのか。細かいことは気にすんなよ。俺の二つ名はもう分かってんだろ。たまには破壊らしいこともしなくちゃ流すたるってもんだぜ。
よく言うな、息吸うようにしてはるくせに。
違いねえ。単刀直入に言うぜ。お前らに出張業務を頼みたい。
Are you for real? You're joking.
なんだ、ダメなのか？どんな客からの依頼でも受けてくれるって聞いてたんだが。
Yeah, if it works reasonable, and if I like you, and your likability is going up in smoke faster than the tobacco in that cigar. I know you guys are out for a mile. Hell, you probably know what they're up to, where they're at too. But before we ask for that is, I need to know why you come to us.
おいおい、皆まで言わせんなよ。その方が面白そうだからに決まってんだろうが。
Fun? How can you even say that? There's nothing fun about this whole ordeal. Don't waste your energy on this guy. He isn't someone you can appeal to with logic or reason.
ぶっちゃけた話、結社の方針は決まっててな。今回は俺の仕切りでそれを進めることになった。俺とこっちのナンバー3に加えて、ご存知のナンバー8の3名を投入。アルマータとテーンどもを皆殺しにする。
I see. You ain't doing so in the name of justice, I'm guessing.
まあ、今まで程度のやんちゃだったら放置してやってもよかったんだが、それはそれで楽しそうだったからな。だがこれ以上かき回されると、俺たちの計画にも影響が出ちまう。だからいっそのこと、きれいさっぱり消えてもらうことにしたわけだ。
そう簡単にはいかへんやろけど、なかなか厄介な子たちやし、面倒そうな面々も来るみたいやからね。
Right, you also some fierce competition.
ああ、殲滅か条件付きの確保か、それぞれの思惑や条件の違いはあんだろう。兵ゆえも当然そうだろうが、両兵団も複数介入。そっちのあんたの本社もだろう。
more than likely. The guild won't stand idly by either. Same goes to the Gralls Rider. Artifacts are involved in this after all. And I wouldn't be surprised if other forces from the church showed up as well.
ああ、騎士団は当然として、もう一方にも弟子がいるんだったか。なかなか面白いことになりそうじゃねえか。師匠ってのも大変だね。
If that's what fate has in store, then I will follow it. You need to concern yourself with me.
ま、とにかくそういう状況やからね。アルマータに庭園の子たちの他にもいろいろ面倒がありそうなんよ。下手すれば無差別になりそうやし、適当にフォローしてもらおうと思ってな。
In other words, civilians might get killed if you aren't going to look after them. You guys are scum. Still, if Amar really does have another nuclear weapon in possession, we have no other choice but to get involved.
ああ、そういう大義名分はそっちの口実にでもすりゃいい。俺らは俺らで動く。わざわざこんな依頼をするのはバランスが良くねえからだ。
The hell do you mean by that?
おそらく参加者はギルドを除けば裏に偏りすぎるだろうからな。そこにお前らを加えたらちょうどいい具合の混沌になるだろう。その上で俺たちと勝ち合ったら遠慮なくやり合ってくれていいぜ。そういうのもおじさん大歓迎だ。
Ha! You're one masochist bastard. Well, we've got our reasons for chasing Amada down, so I'm not opposed to doing this on the side. First, I need to get one thing straight. I have a hunch you guys have some connections to either Amada or the Gardens. So spill it. What kind of relationship does Ouroboros have with them?
ああ、大したことじゃねえ。よくある話だ。今じゃ完全に関係を絶ってるが、一応ガーデンは結社の関連組織でな。
もともとダンさんとうちは別組織の人間でな。14年前、もう一人の子と一緒に結社とやり合って軍門に下ったんよ。ただ結社は基本少数精鋭みたいなところやから、他の団員らの扱いにずっと困ってな。そのうちとある掃討作戦で壊滅しかかってた別組織の残党とその団員たちをこちらの団さんが合流させたんよ。
Wait. You don't mean...
14年前か。結社でいろいろと刺激的な日々を過ごしたおかげかね。
The data available to Marduk, there's only one operation that matches the story. I really hope it ain't the one I'm thinking of. Please tell me the group y'all are talking about isn't...
ああ、DG 教団。
Oh, I remember that. I think that was I believe that was referenced in Zero and Azure. Oh boy.
共和国、そして大陸中で災悪を振りまいた悪魔を崇める宗教団体だな。
No way. I've heard about those fiends from Chow. And I heard about them from my Grammy.
その生き残りの残党と俺たちがいた暗殺組織月光木馬団を合流させて好きにやらせてみた。そうして立ち上がったのが他に類を見ない育成システムを編み出したガーデンってわけだ。
Oh boy.
しかしまあ、あとは腐って落ちるだけの果実でしかなかった組織2つが混ざり合ってそこまで面白い化学反応を引き起こしたっつうのも傑作だよな。お前らもそう思わねえか？
How could you? This is all your fault. Take back what I said earlier. You weren't just a masochist bastard. You're also a sadistic monster.
別に否定はしねえぜ。博士や根源もぬるいっちゃぬるいからな。でもまあ、そんなのは人それぞれだろう。
Yeah, and those things that make you tick just so happen to tick me off. I get what you want us to do, though. It also comes at the perfect time, given Dingo's last request. Vaughn, I don't like the idea of getting involved with these shitheads, but you might be right. This gathering will include Marduk, Hayway, the Guild, and many other formidable groups. Though there's not even to admit it, we may require their aid if we are to force our way inside. Sure, there's another way. Yeah, I do not want to help a pair of cold-blooded killers.
別に手を貸すなんて思わんでええよ。それぞれの利益のために利用し合う協力関係ならぬ互恵関係ってやつやろし。
4SPG ってのの根回しも任せとけ。パンチの効いた依頼が来るように適当に仕込んでおいてやるさ。
As long as you don't slip a trap or two in him.
信用ないな。いや。
ま、これでめでたく契約成立ってわけだ。と、忘れるところだったな。せっかくの形見だ。取っておけよ。
You sure it's safe?
ああ、予想されてた放射線だったか。博士、うちの技術担当が調べたが、別に検出されなかったそうだぜ。今頃3皇帝も頭をひねってんじゃねえか。
There's no radioactive contamination. All the theories we have suggest. No, wait. Perhaps they don't apply because the bomb was detonated in a non-traditional manner. So lost. Hang on a sec. You nabbed the camera before the authorities locked the scene down? I want to ask how you managed to get there ahead of the cops, because if I heard the answer, you'd be leaving this room with a big old black eye. In our hands now, Dingo.
じゃ、期待してるぜ、スプリガン。お前らのやり方と例の遺産が祭りをどう盛り上げるかをな。
He knows about the Genesis? Haven't got a clue what you're on about. So, you can tell us where we're going or not?
めんどくせえから、そっちの元獅子殿に聞けよ。
ほな、安城よろしゅうな。
Oh boy. Well, that was an awkward meeting. Glad you were here, Master. I would have been able to keep my cool otherwise. Nonsense, you would have handled things just fine on your own. You held your ground well against them. You've grown to a fearless leader in my absence. I think you're giving me too much credit. Alright guys, I'm gonna ask that you all stay here. I'm going solo in this one. Huh? But why? Because it's too dangerous. This is their turf, and everyone will be playing by their rules. There's no telling what will happen there, and I can be a lot more flexible if I'm on my own. Oh, but I can make an exception for Master. I figure I'm gonna need his help at least. Figure right. That's precisely why I came in the first place. Don't get me wrong. I don't think of y'all as a burden. This is just the best division of labor. I'll need you to gather info, be the point of contact for other groups, work with the guild, and I don't think they're gonna do that. Hey!
で、寝言は終わったのか？まさかそんなたわごとで俺らを言いくるめられるとか思ってねえよな。
私たちのために言ってくれているのはわかります。でも
僕たちには全員理由があるからね。個人的にこれ以上反応兵器は絶対に悪用させない。
MK 社の危機管理案件にも関わる以上 SC としての業務にも沿っていますし。
あんたの言った通り、私は別にバイトじゃないし、華麗なる一怪盗として勝手に現地入りさせてもらうだけよ。
Come on, you guys.
敵討ちも含めてこっちは鼻から腹をくくってんだ。てめえが切るってんなら兵ゆえに乗っかっても勝手に行くぜ。
私も戦士団が動くならそちらに参加するかもしれません。ですができれば一緒に行きたいです。バンさんが私たちに示してくれた裏解決屋の流儀で立ち向かうために。もちろん私もご一緒させてください。今回も多分ゲネシスが、いえ、もうそれだけの話じゃありません。この国の表と裏、そこでの歪みが極まった果てに起きた気がするんです。だったら私だけはどんな厳しい結末が待っていたとしてもその目で見届けなくちゃいけない。ですからどうかお願いします。
アニエさん、
この子。
Somehow I knew it ended up like this one way or another. I'm lucky for you though, the trouble isn't happening on a weekend or during a school trip. You're gonna have to play hooky.
はい、ちょっと後ろめたいですけどすでに手立ては考えてあります。
Starting to think about bad influence. I'll make sure you get paid in advance. That way you'll have time to have the mirror for the bribes and hush money.
そんな後ろくらい手立てじゃありませんから。
やれやれ、バンさんじゃないんだから。
さて、話がまとまったところでそろそろ話してもらおうか、じいさん。
ええ、アルマータや庭園の連中が新たな本拠地として選んだ都市を。
よかろう。と言ってもキャツらが利用してきた者たちを思えばある意味必然とも言える。かの民族テロ最大の資金源となってきたカルバード最古にして第三の都市。
Oh boy.
共和国北東に位置する旧王都オラシオン。それがキャツらが見込んだカルナバルの舞台だ。
Oh boy. Carnival of Chaos is definitely a fitting name.
ま、こんなもんだろ。
ベルガルド・ゼーマンだ。
Oh, he's a party member?
死んだ身。改めて
Hello?
吉名に頼む。
Mr. Boy is a party member? I didn't realize we're getting. I thought we had all of our party members. Okay, cool. Wait, is that seriously all of chapter 5? No, that couldn't have been all of chapter 5. It's a shame we can't take Marielle with us. At least she's going with the guild. There with the guild, better than traveling on her own. Yeah, sounds like they're planning to send a lot of people over to Eurasia. Can't think of a better group for the job. Indeed, helping civilians is what they do best. Meanwhile, we're only going to avenge that handsome reporter guy. Were you able to get in the manor set up with your school, Agnes? Yes, I told him yesterday I would be absent for a few days due to a family emergency. I've always been very accommodating for my family situation, although I've never taken advantage of it like this. I don't think anyone can blame you given the circumstances. Still a black mark on your spotless record, though. This perfect's gonna turn into Mr. Delinquent before you know it. As long as she doesn't sink in advanced level, she'll be fine. I'm literally standing right here. You guys sure let it bicker, don't you? What of Miss Bright and your other friends? Have you informed them? Ren already knows. She's going to be helping Gil on this mission. She already left last night, so I expect we'll run into her in Arasian. Makes sense. Guessing she had to take some time off too then. Yeah, she told the school she received a emergency request to return home from the Liberalian embassy. I didn't get a chance to fill in Odette and Albert what's been happening though. I'll make a point to apologize to them when we get back. Sounds like a plan. Morning, y'all. Sorry for you two to get up so early on our account. You have to get the base ready for business anyway. So tell me, why is the actress going with you? Oh, I'm going with them to assess the location for my next film. Yeah, that's it. I hope that goes well then. I was hoping Yume would be able to get up and see you off, but it was too early for her. We'll buy her a souvenir or two while we're out, so tell her to look forward to it. That's what happened last time, but you forgot to get her something. Of course, I'll do just that. I'm almost scared to ask why you had to leave for Arasian of all places, especially at a time like this. But remember, I'm holding you to your promise about that souvenir. Take good care of your people and your troublemaking buffoon. If you don't, if one of them gets hurt, I'm doubling the rent on your office. Ouch! You weren't pulling any punches, are you? Well, I'll do what I can to keep them safe. We'll pick the best souvenir money can buy. It'll put a big smile on Yume's face, guaranteed. We have not known each other for long, Mr. Zaman, but I can tell you're no ordinary traveler. Please make sure my attendants will come back safe and sound. Of course, that's what I'm here for. In return, why don't we go for another round of chess when I get back? And I would not be opposed to having more than that heavenly food of yours, too. Nothing would make me happier, especially since our game last night ended in a draw. Oh boy. Kindred spirits? Oh, there they are. Albert, Odette. What are you two doing here?
レン先輩からのメールで君と先輩が3日ほど欠席すると聞いた。
Yes.
それでオデットを叩き起こしてタクシーでここまで駆けつけたんだ。
地下鉄も少なかったからさ。でもビンゴだったみたいだね。
このタイミングでの出張ってことはまたバーゼルの時のような、いやそれ以上に危険なことに首を突っ込もうとしてるみたいだな。
I'm sorry for worrying you both. Should have told you sooner. Can't promise it won't be dangerous, but I have to do it.
ダメだよ。今回はいくらなんでも。クレイユであんなことがあったばかりなんだよ。あんたが家族のことでいろいろ抱えているのは知ってるけど、それが理由なら断固反対なんだからね。
Odette. Agnes. I'll admit that I'm doing this in part because of Dad. But that's not my only reason. Ever since I started this job, I've been exposed to people of all walks of life. I've accumulated a wealth of important life experiences. And I felt closer to my mother and grandmother than ever before through the things left behind. It's all become just as part of my growth as our day-to-day lessons at Aramis. I'd even go so far as to say it's become an inseparable part of who I am. So please don't try to stop me. I'm not just going because of my family, or because of what they passed down to me. I'm going because this is something I have to do for myself.
アニエス。
Whose car is that?
早いな、解決屋諸君。ちょうど出発するところだったか。
Renee. The hell is he doing here? What? What? Him? That's the guy who was always on the city screens.
分かっているだろうが、決断には責任がつきまとう。それを踏まえての行動だろうな、アニエス。
はい。これでもお父さんの娘ですから。あらゆる機会を無駄にせずに見聞を広め、自らの糧として絶対に無事に戻ってくる。
So who's her dad?
軽々し
Give
く
me a
は言い
face
ませんけど、
reveal.
大切な友達とお父さんを悲しませないよう最大限努力します。
アニエス。
CID や各方面とのつてはせいぜい活用することだ。
So her dad's part of the CID, or pretty high ranking too, from the sounds of it.
理想と現実の狭間の中、自分が何をつかめるかを測る意味でも。欠席理由については私の方からもフォローしておく。
Wait, could he be the president? Because if Kincaid's with him, could he be the president of Calvard?
だが3日が限度だ。それ以上は軍の部隊を派遣する。これが私からの最大限の情報だ。
十分です。ありがとう、お父さん。
改めてになるが、娘が世話になっている。君たちの流儀の範疇内で存分にこき使ってやってくれ。頼もしき助力者もいるようだし、ある程度の安全確保も期待したいところだが。
ええ、任せてください。
I knew it! It's the president!
うちは
It's
グレード
Gramhart,
だ。
right?
労働環境はブラックじゃないつもりなんでね。
ご息女のみならず微力を尽くさせていただこう。かたじけな
Well,
い。
now the truth's out.
現地に着いたあたりで連絡を入れる。お嬢さんもそうだが、あいつの方も任せたぞ。
Elaine. Let's talk about Elaine.
たく、勝手なことは。ま、思った以上にイケオジで大した眼力とオーラだったが、娘相手にもあのツンデレぶり、なかなか難儀そうな親父さんだな。
はい、本当にそうなんです。ああ、もうなんかおじさんに全部持っていかれちゃったけど、とにかく無事に戻ってきなさいよ。はい。
言っておくが、何かあったら僕たちも現地に押しかけるからな。あんたらも僕たちの幼なじみを頼んだぞ。
もちろんです。
ああ、任せときな。
Oh boy. I'm really sorry for keeping this from you all. Your relation to Professor Epstein was plenty surprising as is. I never imagined your father was a huge celebrity too. It was real obvious you're hiding something, but damn, it's one hell of a bombshell. No kidding, I'm still processing everything. I get what you mean. I assume the decision to conceal your surname was made by the government. That's correct. It was part of a program designed to protect confidential state secrets. Claudel was my mother's last name. My real name is... You don't gotta spell it out. I had a hunch you borrowed it from your mom's side, though. Oh, really? It's been 4 years since my mother died now. Before that, even though my father was a politician in the opposition party, he was always just dad to me. But after mom died, And especially after he announced his candidacy 2 years ago, we've been drifting further and further apart. That was followed by the surprise election result that I'm sure you all know about. After that, I enrolled at Aramis under my mother's surname. I wasn't expecting my childhood friends, Odette and Albert, to be there too, though. Dad's remained distant ever since. I suppose that's what led me to becoming so invested in the diaries Mom left behind, which eventually brought me to Devon to help find the first Genesis. I think you all know the rest of the story from there. Agnes. So that's how it is. Both my mother and grandmother are still around, so I can't relate to that part of your story. But I can certainly understand being attached to your family's legacy. Oh. Yes, we seem to be much the same in that respect. Just so you know, I don't discriminate, so who your parents are ain't a problem for me. But as long as I'm paying you, I'm gonna be working hard. I don't need your props to tell me to do that. Of course. I got your back, Agnes. Man, how do we end up with such a group of weirdos? Myself included, I guess. The old man here has got something that draws in people like us. He's not wrong. You know, I can see y'all making faces in the rearview mirror like I'm some kind of troll magnet, right? Especially you, Judith. You didn't even work for me. Actually, I made arrangements to pay her commensurate for the services she provides. Say what? I insisted on working for free, but she wouldn't take no for an answer. Oh, come on, Rosette. She's already rolled in cash from all her acting work. That mirror was going to go toward a new body kit for the car. Vaughn. I swear this dude only cares about the 3 C's. Cars, confections, and communal baths. If I ever end up like him, I'm just be smacking you upside the head. I think you may need to start keeping him on a shorter leash, Agnes. I'll consider it. How can that dude hear everything? He looked like he could hear all of that. Going to Ross and they came across several checkpoints put up to do the emergency declaration, but the city had arranged for them to pass through with their brief pit stop and accurately hit the road northeast. The city we were headed to was the capital of Calvar before the revolution 100 years ago. With a population of around 280,000 people, making it the 3rd most populous city in the Republic. That's a lot fewer people than the capital's 800,000 and Langport's 550,000. Man, oh man, this guy here is pure fire. I can't wipe the grit off my face. Glad you're enjoying it, but do ride with care. Bah, didn't get half that reaction when he was driving my girl. I guess seeming obsessing with someone has his downs, huh? I think your truck is nice and comfy, if it helps. Now, we know that many other groups are also making their way to our destination. I'm aware of Hayway and several Jaeger Corps, as well as the Grosweiler and the Papal Guard's secret unit. You were in the Grosweiler, if I recall, right? Yeah, it's an elite force affiliated with the Congregation of the Sacraments, and that primarily exists to recover artifacts. And then we have the Papal Guard, the whole city of Arteria's peacekeeping force. So they have a special unit of sorts, too? I'm no expert on them myself. Can you tell us a bit about them? Certainly. As you may be aware, the Grosweiler is a relatively small organization comprised of around 1,000 people. That's small? The Papal Guard is a force 30,000 strong that answers directly to the Congregation of Divine Worship. It took part in the war against the Empire. The relationship between the 2 congregations was strained even before that, but it became more so after the war. Ooh, I remember that. There's Gaius. There's the professor from Thor's. There's Wazzy. There's Kevin. There's the girl and boy that we met recently. And I don't know the lady in the background. Chief among them were the Dominions, the 12 knights that lead their organization, one of whom I used to be. Their power and the power of the unique... Oh, wait a minute. Was he the one that died wasn't Gaius didn't he die to protect Gaius or something? Yeah, because I remember Gaius saying something like his master died protecting him, right? Am I not remembering it right? But I remember Gaius mentioning someone died protecting him, and then he passed on his Dominion brand to him or something. Interesting. I'm starting to connect. I think I'm starting to connect the dots a little bit now. The power of the unique abilities they wield is overwhelming. You encountered the 4th and 11th among them in Blacklight District some time ago. Their strength too is incredible. Incredible enough to match that pair of the society we met yesterday. For real? Damn. That red-haired woman seemed so adorable to me. That weapon she had wasn't so adorable though. Gotta have some bite to stand up against the direwolf. Most people would be scared shit out of their mind. So wait, then the other hooded guy was down that day. He is Cariel's second in command. I'm gonna call you Iska. Being the Papal Guard's secret unit I mentioned earlier. His name is Ashlad. He doesn't have any extraordinary abilities like the Dominion, but he's still a veteran in combat. He learned how to wield battle mace before me personally, so in a sense, he's another student of mine. Huh. With the Papal Guard being so big, I'm sure even their secret unit's pretty sizable, huh? And the Oathbreaker is probably right there with... It's probably right that everyone taking part in this has their own schemes in mind, them included. Luckily so. If I were to speculate, I would say that the Graws are aiming to take Almana into custody to recover their artifacts. As for Iska, I believe they seek to destroy the artifacts or intercept their recovery, as well as execute all of Almana's members, who have no doubt been long branded as heretics. Execute? So their job is to take out traitors and criminals? Sounds kind of like Harry's Zhang Zhao. I didn't think there were people like that in the church. The church's situation sounds complicated enough, and they're just a small portion of the groups we'll be facing. Once we arrive, our first group should be assessing the situation on the ground, I suppose. I expect to hear what our headquarters plans to do soon as well. I'll know for sure if there are any Jaeger warriors in the city once we get there. Judging by how many people are going to be gathering there, I wouldn't be surprised if Abby and the rest of our people come. We'll have to see what we can learn from the guild and the CID too. As soon as we finish contacting everyone and learning what we can, we'll get to work. Right, alright. Sounds like we're going to be getting real busy. No shit. Probably the busiest you've ever been so far. Rossian. Former capital.
旧王とオラシオン、さすが歴史を感じさせる街並みだね。東にはカルバード最大の壮大聖堂もあるんだっけ？
ええ、観光名所としても有名ね。何度か撮影で来たことがあるわ。
あ、確かお城もあるんですよね。100年前の革命時に打ち壊されたカルバード王国の中心、バシタール級跡ですね。
割と観光客も多そうだな。ありゃなんだ？
動力トラムだな。そこそこ便利だが速度は遅いから観光以外じゃ使う必要はねえだろ。
そうなんですか。またの機会といたしましょう。
何度か仕事では来たがこんな形で改めて訪れるとはな。
すでに近くの宿を取っている。そちらで荷ほどきをするといい。
ええ、助かりましたよ先生。高級だと手配も難しかったんでね。
Fancy city. Oh, there's Marielle.
ここがマ
He's
フィア
in.
たちが新たな本拠地にした。
まずは支部に向かうとするか。それから潜伏場所の特定と突入作戦の人員を確保しねえとな。
ええ、冷静に動きましょう。生き残ったメンバーからも状況を確認しないと。
そうだね。
そういえばエレインさん、里帰りの方は。
必要ないわ。今は責務を全うするだけよ。そちらの臨時協力員さんと同じくね。
そう
Miss
ね。
Ren.
微力を尽くさせてもらうわ。
There's Haywee.
ギルドの方々に彼らも到着したようですね。それでは勢力状況を確認次第よろしくお願いしますよ。インドの。
ええ。ですが、あなた方のためではありません。
Come on,
あ
check
れだ
out
け
the
の
mask.
非人道兵器。もはや共和国だけの問題ではないでしょう。かつての故郷と今の故郷のためにも私なりの道を貫かせてもらいます。
We actually be able to use her?
噂の史上最強もエントリーしたみてえだな。
ええ、それに我らが親愛なる裏執行人の方々もですか。
例のマフィアの
Oh, they're
帝
coming in.
他にもなかなかのメンツが集まりそうだ。ここまでの顔ぶれとなると仕事も簡単にはいかないかな。
その気になれば一両日中にでも。ですが今後の大陸の趨勢を占う前哨戦となるのも確かかと。
うん、サプライズもありそうだし早めに終わったらもったいないかもね。
Yeah, there's Ouroboros.
あんたが放置してた悪趣味極まる庭の方はともかくイベンターとしてはなかなかじゃねえか。ジェラールとかいう野郎も。
どうやらダンさん並みにえげつないことを考えてそうやね。
失礼だね、君たち。こんな善良なおじさんを捕まえて。さーて、どんな風にゾクゾクさせてくれんのかね。
Damn, the air in the sea is toxic as hell. You weren't wrong. There are powerful foes all around us. I can feel it. Really? The town seems so peaceful to me. There were a lot of tourists around as well. That in of itself is concerning, given what happened in Creel. When I heard the state of emergency lifted after one day here. Anyway, we should call this CID up with CID.
ほぼ予定通りの到着か。
How do you sit up hitting cameras in here? Never mind. What's a stitch? What's the stitch? What's a stitch, Renee?
詳細な顔ぶれと人数は不明だが、オラシオン入りした勢力は判明した。
Why don't you share with the rest of the class then? We're all ears.
まずは 遊撃士協会の首都支部、各地の支部からもやり手が来たようだ。兵ゆえは博覧流に院、例の教師たちも来ていそうだな。両兵団は大小様々、主だったものとしてクルガ戦士団にアイゼンシルド、教会からは聖杯騎士2名に隠密僧兵部隊イスカリオの精鋭たち、そしてとある筋からの依頼としてイカルガにマルドック氏が確認されている。ああ、お前たちに依頼したというミクライ蛇の使徒に執行者たちもだな。こちらも忙しい。あとはそちらで判断するがいい。
Just him firing off those big names one by one was enough to make the nauseous. Really? And those are just the highlights. There's still the Nidhogger Corps, the Scorpions of Zahat, an established corps from the Central East. The Dollar family's here too. They're the third largest mafia in all of Calvard. Then there's the Stillwater Fleet and the Zekdarms. One of them is a group of sea Jaegers, and the other is a new weapons manufacturer. What criminal organization isn't Ingorassi at this point? You got me there. I can't say I heard the last few names though. But we're all too familiar with Ikaruga. I'll bet that anything that white-haired girl is leading the charge. I'm all but certain Marduk sent the elite unit led by Mr. Al-Fayed. I sensed him earlier, so I'd say you're right on the money. I know for a fact that my people are, and Ida's Corps are here too. And the Republican army is making the move in secret. Just what is Helmana plotting? Didn't you say that they leaked their current location themselves? I did. They invited all of us to this place, knowing full well that they were painting a target on their backs in the process. They must be lying away as we speak. I imagine we will hear from them soon enough. And then this carnival over there will truly begin. Oh, right. The guy in the armor asked me to take part in the carnival. Is that what this whole thing is about? Yeah, I bet money on that. Oh. Why is it going off now? That can only mean... Everyone's Zappos are ringing all at once. No caller ID. Gonna answer it.
ごきげんよう。この地に集まったうぞうむぞうども。俺はジェラール・ダンテス。お前たちの標的、アルマータの狩猟だ。
Not beating around the bush, is he?
まずは正体に応じたお前たちを歓迎する。遠路はるばるご苦労だった。それぞれ思惑はあるだろうが、最終的な目的はどこも同じ。俺たちの殲滅、もしくは拘束だろう。正面から受けてやってもいいが、その場合はことを舞台とした全面抗争、いや戦争になる。だが罪もない市民をただ巻き込むことはこちらも望んではいない。そこでとある特別な思考を用意させてもらった。オラシオンの地下にある広大な遺構を利用したとっておきのゲームだ。やることは至ってシンプル。お前らにはこれから潰し合ってもらう。旧王都であるオラシオンの地下にはカルバード王国時代の遺構が広がっている。そこをゲームの領域に見立て各自潰し合った後、こちらの駒とやり合ってもらう。そうして最後まで生き残った者たちだけがこのバシタール級跡にたどり着ける。まあそんな思考だ。
Wants to do get on battle royale? They must be sick in the head. They think we'll play along with this insanity.
ああ、ちなみに参加は強制だ。オラシオン市民28万の命もろとも消え去りたくなければな。
Huh? Oh. That's a nuclear weapon. Just like the one that destroyed Creel. They had another one of those damn things after all. That must be the last of Professor Calgan's incomplete prototypes.
これが何なのかは今更説明するまでもないだろう。 お前たちの参加拒否、当局の介入や住民避難を含め、ゲームにはいくつかのルールを用意してある。破った時点でこいつは即座に起爆する。その時は全員が女神域ないし煉獄域だ。裁定を下すのはこの装置。こちらのとある遺産を利用した監視システムになる。
The sixth Genesis. We knew it would be involved in some manner.
この装置のジャッジは絶対だ。出し抜くことは不可能だと断言しておこう。俺たちに用があるならこのゲームに参加し勝ち残るしかない。俺たちが用意した最高のカルナバル、せいぜい楽しんでいってくれ。ちょうど正午だな。ゲームの第一フェーズは14時に開始となる。これから送るマップを頼りにそれぞれ地下遺構へのエントリーを確保するがいい。参加に必要なアクセスキーがその奥で手に入れられるはずだ。最終的に誰がここまでたどり着くか、3日間存分に楽しませてもらうぞ。
Those are the rules of the game and the map of the underground. Let's have a look at them right away. Game 1. Game begins at noon today, ends at 11:59 p.m. on November 22nd. At exactly midnight, Almada will leave the area and detonate the bomb. None of the participating players may enter or leave Aracian, nor can they call in reinforcements from outside. Any attempt to leak information on the game to the press or the people of Aracian will result in immediate detonation. Do not attack Voshtar Palace from the outside or attempt to infiltrate it by any means other than the established game area. At the end of each round, a new underground area will be unlocked with a new boss assigned to each. The last remaining team can enter the palace. This can't be happening. Unfortunately, it is happening. We really are being forced to participate in the Battle Royale. With the Genesis watching over us, we'll have to comply and abide by these rules as well. Right, if it catches breaking any one of them, the whole city will be destroyed. Our options are limited, but the entirety of Aracian's populace is being held hostage. Hey, wait a sec. If the bomb detonates earlier, they'll be caught up in the blast too, won't they? No, these guys can teleport to safety whenever they want. Though, even though they couldn't, I doubt they'd do this any differently. These guys are utterly insane. So this is how they plan to exploit the fruits of Professor Caligan's labor. How utterly abhorrent! Can't say I'm happy about it, about how they're abusing the Genesis either. There are less than 2 hours until the first round begins. We have little time to waste. What's our next move, Yvonne? Let's see if we get out in the field right away. We can't afford to just sit on our hands. Know what's at stake here. Eventually, we'll need to make our way over to the entrance and grab our key card. First, I think we should walk around in the South District to help us get our bearings. And while we're in the area, we can visit the guild branch there too. Sounds like a plan. These are the rules. I might have an idea. So what that's supposed to mean? Oh boy. Well, we're at that. We're over time. So when we come back, we will explore Aracian, see what there is to do, see if there's any like forest BGs to grab, do some shopping before the epic battle royale starts, and then we'll see what happens. Make sure you check my discount code for your fancy Coldest water bottle in the description. And I will see you all in the next part. Later.